In Commitment 2026 news today, South Carolina certified the results from Tuesday's primary election. Several races, though, still need to be decided in a runoff. Before Election Day, polling locations will be open for early voting next Wednesday and Thursday. It is important to note if you voted for one party in the June 9th primary, you cannot cross party lines in the runoff. But if you did not vote in the primary, you can vote in either party's runoff election. And of course, we are tracking some of those major primary races that are headed to a runoff. One of those is the Republican nomination for Attorney General. Stephen Goldfinch received 40% of the vote. David Stumbo received 36%. Richard Reisick ran unopposed for the Democratic nomination. The seat is currently held by Alan Wilson, who is running for governor. Our Nate Stanley sat down with both Republican candidates. He joins us live now with more on the race to be South Carolina's highest law enforcement official. Nate.
State Senator Stephen Goldfinch works in the state legislature, serving counties Georgetown and Horry. David Stumbo is the 8th Circuit solicitor, serving upstate counties like Lawrence, Greenwood, and Abbeville. They both say that their experience will help them in this job. Stephen Goldfinch and David Stumbo have made it to the Republican primary runoff to be South Carolina's next Attorney General. It's a position that prosecutes criminal cases, files lawsuits, and helps with policy questions. Stephen Goldfinch serves in the state legislature and was formerly the Chief of Military Justice for Africon, a position that handles military legal matters across Africa.
I've prosecuted big national security cases on behalf of the Army and the federal government. But at the end of the day, what sets me apart from my opponent is that I have experience fighting the federal government on behalf of the citizens and the churches and the businesses of South Carolina.
David Stumbo is the 8th Circuit solicitor, serving upstate counties like Lawrence and Greenwood.
The 22 years I've spent in the trenches of this criminal justice system, fighting crime, keeping our families safe, working with law enforcement, that is a critical component of leading the criminal justice system in our state.
Stumbo says over 20 sheriffs across the state have given him their endorsement.
We started that unit to keep kids safe online, and that the dangers there are greater than they've ever been. And so I'm going to really put a lot of resources into that unit. We're going to take that unit to another level.
Goldfinch works on the state finance and rules committees, contributing to the investigation into the former Comptroller General's office and a $1 billion accounting mistake.
We've got 4 lawyers and 2 investigators at the Attorney General's office right now that are dedicated to working on that backlog, but that's for all 46 counties. We need more like 14 or 15 lawyers, prosecutors, and 5 or 6 additional investigators working on that backlog.
He also says South Carolina should change the way judges are picked, but it would require a new law approved by the General Assembly.
You can hate your legislature, no problem with that. Even I hate the legislature, and I've been involved in it. But you cannot hate your judiciary. You can't distrust your judiciary. Those are the seeds of a revolution.
Stumbo also wants to see change.
We need the governor to appoint one candidate, the legislature to have transparent hearings and confirm or deny the nominee or the appointee, and then every 6 years have a reconfirmation process.
And Nate, if elected, these candidates would be inheriting one of the biggest cases in state history, the Alec Murdaugh double murder case. Did you speak with either of these candidates about that?
Well, I did, Sydney, and with the Supreme Court's overturning of Alec Murdaugh's double murder conviction, both of the candidates, Stephen Goldfinch and David Stumbo, said that they would like to retry that case and bring justice for the victims. Reporting in the newsroom, Nate Stanley, WIFF News 4.